Hey everyone, Bilal here. We humans love a good paradox, don't we? And few are as tantalizing as the idea of time travel. I mean, if we could zip through time, wouldn't history be overflowing with tourists from the future? Shouldn't we have met them by now? Shaking hands with future historians or dodging flying cars stuck in rush hour traffic from the year 3000? Great question. This is actually a famous paradox known as the Fermi paradox of time travel. If time travel is possible, where are all the tourists from the future? Here are some wild and sometimes logical theories. Some say time travel might be possible, but heavily regulated. Imagine a future where governments restrict time travel to prevent paradoxes or protect the past from meddling tourists. Others suggest time travelers are already here, cleverly disguised as celebrities, politicians, or dare I say, YouTubers. Now, wouldn't that be a plot twist? Stay with me as we explore these theories and more in our search for the elusive time travelers. Let's face it, folks, time travel would be the ultimate temptation and the ultimate mess. Imagine the chaos if anyone could zip back and alter history on a whim. Future civilizations, if they've cracked the code of time travel, would surely have strict rules in place. Perhaps there's a temporal protection agency, like a cosmic version of the Time Variance Authority from Loki, ensuring that the past remains undisturbed. Think about it. Time travel permits would be incredibly rare, reserved for researchers, historians, or maybe even diplomats trying to avert major disasters. Perhaps there's a waiting list longer than the age of the universe itself. And let's not forget the potential for black market time travel, with rogue agents hopping through time for their own nefarious purposes. Maybe time travelers walk among us right now, seamlessly integrated into our society. They could be your neighbors, your teachers, even that barista who makes your latte extra foamy. They might even be internet famous. Think about it. Some influencers and celebrities seem to possess an uncanny ability to predict trends or even shape culture itself. Coincidence? Or a sign of advanced knowledge from the future? Of course, if time travelers are hiding in plain sight, they'd have to be masters of disguise and deception. They'd need to blend in perfectly, follow our customs, and never ever reveal their true origins. That takes serious commitment. Imagine the self-control it would take to resist bragging about your time-traveling adventures at a cocktail party. Here's where things get really interesting, even for a science guy like me. Quantum physics suggests that every action, every decision creates a split in the universe, leading to an infinite number of parallel timelines. What if time travelers aren't visiting our specific branch of reality? Perhaps they've learned that even the smallest change to the past can have drastic, unintended consequences. So they hop to alternate timelines, leaving our version of history untouched. It's like that classic sci-fi trope, step on a butterfly in the Jurassic period, and suddenly humans never evolve. Time travelers might be extra careful about their cosmic footprints. Okay, I admit, this one's a bit of a blow to our collective ego. What if future civilizations have simply deemed us too primitive, too chaotic, or just plain boring to visit? Think about it. We're obsessed with reality TV, political squabbles, and arguing about pineapple on pizza. Maybe they've seen our highlight reel and decided to skip ahead a few centuries, or perhaps they're avoiding us for our own good. We're a species prone to conflict, pollution, and generally messing things up. Maybe they've decided it's safer to observe us from afar, like scientists studying a particularly volatile species in a cosmic petri dish. It's a humbling thought, isn't it? Einstein's theory of relativity suggests that time is not absolute, but relative to the observer's speed and gravitational field. Traveling at speeds approaching the speed of light or hanging out near a black hole could theoretically catapult you into the future, but going back in time, that's a whole other cosmic can of worms. It might be that the laws of physics simply forbid backward time travel. Maybe the universe has a built-in chronology protection mechanism, preventing paradoxes and ensuring that cause always precedes effect. If so, time travel might be a one-way ticket to the future, with no chance of a return trip. It would be like watching a movie. You can fast forward, but you can't rewind. Imagine a civilization so advanced that they can observe us without leaving a trace. They might have cloaking technology that renders them invisible to our senses, or perhaps they've mastered the art of quantum observation, studying us from the subatomic level without disturbing our reality. It's like being in a cosmic zoo, completely unaware of the beings watching our every move. This theory raises some interesting ethical questions. Is it ethical to observe another civilization without their knowledge or consent? Are we just lab rats in a giant cosmic experiment? And if they have the technology to observe us so closely, what else are they capable of? It's enough to make you look over your shoulder the next time you're alone in a dark alley. This theory is a bit unsettling, even for a guy who spends his days thinking about black holes and exploding stars. What if every visit from a time traveler creates ripples in the fabric of space-time, leading to unintended consequences? It's the butterfly effect on a cosmic scale. Maybe a time tourist accidentally stepped on a flower in ancient Mesopotamia, inadvertently causing the fall of an empire. Or perhaps a well-meaning attempt to prevent a disaster backfires spectacularly, creating an even worse catastrophe. It's possible that time travelers are aware of the risks and choose to stay away for fear of causing irreparable harm. It's a sobering thought. Our very existence might be too fragile for even the most careful time traveler. Here's a real mind-bender for you. What if our reality is nothing more than a highly advanced computer simulation, a cosmic video game played by beings beyond our comprehension? If that's the case, time travel might be as simple as a software patch or a cheat code for these digital deities. Maybe they use time travel to debug the simulation, correct glitches, or experiment with different scenarios. Or perhaps we're just entertainment for them, and time travel is part of the game's mechanics. It's a dizzying thought to be a character in someone else's digital playground. Makes you wonder what level we're on, doesn't it? So where does this leave us? Are we alone in time, or are we surrounded by unseen visitors from the future? It's a question that continues to fascinate scientists, philosophers, and science fiction enthusiasts alike. The possibilities are as vast as the universe itself. The darkest theory: what if time travelers did come back, but their interference caused so many disasters, wars, pandemics, accidents that we just don't realize they're the cause? It's a chilling thought that our history books might be filled with unintended consequences of meddling time travelers. Maybe the real reason we haven't encountered time travelers is that they're watching, waiting, and learning from our mistakes. Perhaps they understand that the greatest gift they can give us is the space to chart our own course through time. What do you think? Let me know your theories in the comments below.